A man and woman uncover a hidden creature out in a secluded area. Alongside a crew of characters, they work to capture the spectacle for the world to see. Violence and chaos arise as the crew attempts to view the creature. They thought they could display the beast, but the spectacle is untamable. Marion C. Cooper and Ernest B. Chodashak's 1933 King Kong is surprisingly similar to Jordan Peele's 2022 film Nope. But what's different? How has a modern and decidedly black gaze evolved the narrative of spectacle? To examine this shift, it must be understood that audiovisual storytelling is subject to encoding and decoding processes. As explained in Stuart Hall's reading, Encoding, Decoding, the production of a message is the encoding of media. Interrelated is the decoding phase, in which the produced elements are decoded through comprehension of their meaning. How viewers process information is subjective, with three types of readings of encoded materials. The first is dominant or preferred readings, where the viewer accepts the encoded societal conventions of the story. Next is negotiated readings, which acknowledge some aspects of the dominant reading but find some caveats, thus bringing different readings to some aspects of the story. Finally is the oppositional reading, which entirely rejects the encoded subtext of the dominant reading, choosing instead to read against the grain and sometimes even recode the meaning with an oppositional subtext. This encoding-decoding process plays a crucial role in discussions of societal conventions. Using and understanding media codes enables proper dialogue in historical and socio-culturally relevant subjects. This discourse is seen with the encoding of white phallocentric codes in King Kong and the decoding through the reconstruction of American mythos in Nope. King Kong's characters and gaze further the encoding of a Caucasian hero of the story. Across American folklore, the protagonists of these stories have a trend of whitewashing. The most famous figures of American mythos include Pecos Bill, a white cowboy, Paul Bunyan, a white logger, Buffalo Bill, a white soldier and hunter, Johnny Appleseed, a white tree planter, and Davy Crockett, a white frontiersman. The American mythos has been encoded with the idea of the white male protagonist manifesting destiny. This can be seen in the plot of King Kong, where director Carl Denham brings his crew to the remote Skull Island to film the next big jungle picture. As they arrive, they watch the people on the island engaging in a sacrificial ritual to offer a young girl as the bride of Kong. The scene plays on the separation between their two cultures. Denham's crew voyeuristically peers through a large bush, trying to capture shots of the islanders' bodies. Film camera on hand, Denham looks at the islander people as a form of spectacle. Their stark juxtaposition is emphasized as a point of exoticism. It is their body that is being viewed, but not acknowledged, with costume designs of grand headdresses, minimal garments, and bare chests, alongside dialogue from gibberish languages. These production choices separate the islanders from Denham's crew, who, for their time, were in modern clothing and looked quote-unquote civil to white audiences. Moreover, the lack of subtitles for the islanders' concocted languages furthers the otherness from them, as we can only understand them through the white translator's voyeuristic view. The black body is diminished to muscle and bones, as the islander woman is deliberately portrayed as having an inferior body.
Gamba, table malum nahi.
Wants to buy her.
Sana sita malam atikadia, malam apakeno.
He's offering to trade 6 of his women for Anne.
This pedestaling of the white woman and white caste as a whole is a signifier of the industry's encoded Caucasian hegemony. The black body is perceived in King Kong, but it is perceived as a narrative tool devoid of agency. In discussing this aforementioned Caucasian dominance in American folklore, it's important to note that there is a small number of people of color in American folklore, most notably John Henry. John Henry was a black steel railroad worker who hammered away, competing against the steel drill. He won the contest but died of exhaustion. Henry's story undertones the harsh truths of Reconstructionist America, with civil rights workers hailing his black defiance against oppression. The black body has been consumed but not comprehended. Henry is praised and manipulated for his body's incredible strength and power. Society's understanding of what a cowboy or American frontiersman like Henry is has always been white, even though the Great Exodus saw many African American families expanding west and taking up jobs as cowboys. This misconception is something that has been encoded in us by the white male heroicism of characters like King Kong's male protagonist, John Driscoll. In Nope, Peele demonstrates a thorough cultural understanding of the erasure of black stories from the American mythos. Nope reoccurringly mentions the work of Edward Muybridge and his famous
2-second clip of a black man on a horse.
Jordan Peele critiques the erasure of black identity through the Muybridge clip, saying,
"But does anybody know the name of the black jockey that rode the horse?"
No.
Nope. I mean, the very first stuntman, animal wrangler, and movie star all rolled into one, and there is literally no record of them.
In explaining his intentions, Peele elaborates that Nope was about the part of African American history that has brought out the spectacleization of black people, as well as the erasure of us from the industry from many things. In Nope, Peele demonstrates an oppositional reading of Hollywood's depictions of African Americans on screen. Peele opposes the limited scope of the protagonist, an American cowboy, and enables African Americans to have their own voice and see for themselves. They are not the spectacle to be objectified like The Bride of Kong was, but instead capable of autonomous viewing. In the end of Nope, standing center of an out yonder sign is a black man on a horse. A black man who has agency, and is a part of a lineage of Hollywood horse trainers. A black man that the audience knows the name of.
It's time to ride off into the sunset. That's right. Happy trails. It's closing time. You don't have to go home.